Good afternoon, students. We'll be starting with a new chapter, chapter 6, Integers. Now, let us do some basic revision. You all know natural numbers, whole numbers, and integers. What are natural numbers? The numbers which are 1, 2, 3, 4 goes up to any number. These numbers are called natural numbers. Now, what is a whole number? The whole number we include 0 with natural numbers, and that is a whole numbers, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. What are integers? Now here integers are the numbers. Along with the whole numbers we also add negative numbers, and 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 along with -1, -2, they are called integers. Like here, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So all these numbers are integers. Now in integers we have positive integers and negative integers. So now which are positive integers? This 1, 2, 3 they are called positive integers, and this -1, -2, -3 they are called negative integers. Let us do some examples in our daily life, how these positive and negative integers we use. For example, when we say profit and loss, we say I bought this thing and I got a profit of ₹5, or I made a loss of ₹6 on this purchase. So here the integers come, like when we say profit we add, and when we say loss we say I have done a loss, that is we use the sign minus. Similarly, when we say that the money spent or the money earned, we use again the positive and negative signs here. When the temperature goes up and or the temperature comes down, how we will indicate this with numbers? If I write 24 degrees Celsius, now here if I write 24 degrees Celsius, I won't be able to understand whether the temperature went up or the temperature is down. But yes, if I write plus 24, I know that the temperature is going higher, the temperature is up. If I write minus 13 degrees centigrade, that means the temperature is lower or the temperature is down. Climbing steps up and down. These are few examples where we use positive and negative integers. We will use the whole numbers. We use some numerical values. We have to extend the number system from whole numbers to integers. To know more about the extended number system, let us understand the number line. Now this is a number line. Here we have the center point as 0, and the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, they are the natural numbers. If I write here -1, -2, -3, -4 and so on. So if you observe the numbers on your right hand side here, they are all positive, and numbers on the left hand side, they are all negative. Now here if you see the natural numbers and here 0, the numbers which is on the left hand side, that is a minus, they are just the mirror image of the natural numbers, but they are with a negative sign. So on the number line, if you see, we have natural numbers, this is our natural numbers, then we have 0 and we have mirror numbers. Okay, so on one number line we can see all this. Here the mirror numbers we give negative sign, and the natural numbers we put plus sign. So this side nothing is written, that means this is +1, +2, +3, +4 and plus 5. So this side, on the right hand side, the numbers are natural numbers which are with positive signs, and on the left hand side the numbers are with the negative numbers, that is the mirror numbers, and they are with minus sign. This is how we will this is how the set of positive numbers, negative numbers and 0 are placed in the number system. Let us see the set of new numbers in integers. Now here, this is a number line. Here we write 1, 2, 3, 4 on the right hand side, and negative numbers like -1, -2, -3, -4, etc. on left hand side. So this set of numbers, that is -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, they all are called integers. So this new set of numbers, they are called integers. Here these numbers are called positive numbers, and these numbers are called negative numbers. So which are the positive numbers? 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Which are the negative numbers? -1, -2, -3 and so on. So they are negative numbers. Now 0, this 0 is neither positive, this 0 here, it is neither positive nor negative. Okay, so number 0 is only integer which is neither positive nor negative. Let us see the next integers on number line. Now negative numbers, here we have seen the negative numbers are always on the left hand side. Okay, if you see here, the negative numbers, they are on the left hand side of 0, and it is denoted by minus sign. The positive integers will always be on the right hand side of this 0. Now 0 is a center point, okay, and the numbers on the left hand side of the 0, they are negative integers, and on the right hand side they are positive integers. In positive integers we write plus sign, and negative integers we write minus sign. Now here the distance between the consecutive numbers are equal, that is the distance between these two numbers or any two numbers, they are equal, and they do not include fraction or decimal numbers in between these two numbers. Okay, because we know that integers are the numbers which are like -1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are not the rational numbers. So it will not include any fractional or decimal numbers between these two numbers. Suppose these are the two numbers 5 and 6. There will not be any number like any fraction like this. No fraction will be like there in between these two numbers, or like decimal, some decimal like 5.3. Suppose like 5.3, this will not be there in between these two numbers. Okay, so here now this side, if you see this side, the numbers goes on increasing. Okay, this number goes on increasing, and if you see on this side, the number goes on, that is on the left hand side, the number goes on decreasing. Okay, so here we have studied the integers on the number negative integer, positive integer and 0 is in between. 0 is the only integer which is neither positive nor negative. The numbers on the left hand side goes on decreasing, and the numbers which is on the right hand side will go on increasing. So these are positive integers and these are negative integers. These are positive integers. I hope you have understood the number line. Again, I'll explain in a short way. Integers. The integers are positive integers and negative integers. 0 is neither the positive integer nor a negative integer. The integers on the left hand side, this side, they are negative, and we write with a negative sign. The integers on this positive side, on the right hand side, they are positive integers. There will be no fraction or decimal between the two numbers. Now this 2, if you see this 2, if you see this 2 and if you see this 2, minus 2, so they are opposite to each other. They are mirror image of each other, but the number will be opposite numbers. So these numbers are opposite. The next thing, ordering of integers. Here, ordering of integers. To compare the value of integers, we need to study the number line of integers. The value of the integers which is towards the right or right side of the 0 on the number line is always greater. That means these numbers on the number line which is on the right hand side, okay, this is on the right hand side of 0 will always be greater. Okay, this will always be greater than the integers which is on the left hand side of this 0. Okay, this 0. So left hand side will always be less and right hand side will always be greater numbers. So we will study few sums based on this later, like how to represent the greater sign. I'll take one small example here. Example, now minus 7 and here 8. Now if you see, 8 is a positive integers and it is on the right hand side. So we say that the numbers on the right hand side is greater than the left hand side. One more example if I take, if you see here, suppose 3, I'll take 3 and I'll take suppose minus 5. Okay, now 3 is on the right hand side, so 3 will be greater. So this way you can write any numbers which is greater or lesser. You can compare the two integers. Okay, next thing we can see is absolute value of integers. Now your absolute value of integers. Now integer, the numerical values of integers, ignoring its sign is called absolute value of an integer. If you see a number like this, any number, suppose we are taking the number x, okay, and when we put this bar like this on near the number, then we just write the number itself. We will not put any signs, we will ignore the signs, and this value what we got this here, it is called as absolute value of the integers. The absolute value of x is denoted by, how you will write the absolute value of x? Okay, I'll take another example. Now the absolute value of, suppose 3 or minus 3, rather the absolute value of minus 3 we will denote with the two bars like this on the side, okay, and then the absolute value of this minus 3 will be 3. So the answer here, always remember the absolute value of any number, whether the number is positive or the number is negative, the answer will always be positive. It will never be negative. So these are the absolute values of integers. One more example I will take. Suppose absolute value of plus 5, so the answer will be pi itself, or the absolute value of, suppose I write minus here and 13 inside or 12 inside. So now this minus sign is outside this bar, so I will be writing this minus sign as it is, and the absolute value of this 12 will be 12. So my answer will be minus 12. So remember that when the negative sign is outside the bar, you have to write the negative sign as it is, and whatever number is given inside these bars, we will write the absolute value of it. Let us learn how to do addition of the integers. The addition of integers is same as the addition of a whole numbers. It is similar to the addition what we do with the whole numbers. The only difference is it could be the sign. Now the addition we will do like a normal addition, but the only difference will be which sign we have to use. Either we have to use a positive sign or negative sign, only that will be the difference. So it will be the same as the addition of a whole number, and the difference is only the sign, okay, only its sign will be different. Now let us see few examples. Now here addition of positive integer to any integer. Now here if 8 is positive integer, and this can be either positive or negative. So let us see how you will do this. Now first what are we going to do? You will draw a number line like this. You will mark 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on this number line this way. Now here both the numbers are positive, so you don't need to write the negative numbers on this side. Second step, for what we are going to do, we are going to start with 8. Now first let me see the point 8 here, okay. This 8, I'll mark the number 8 on my number line, and then addition of 2 integers. So they are asking us to add 8 plus 2. So 8 is my first marking on this number line. Now we have to add 2. So when we do addition, we go to the right hand side. So how many times I have to jump? I have to jump 1, 2. So my addition will be, I have reached the number 10, okay. So I have added 8 plus 2, then answer I get is 10. Here now if I have a negative integer and a positive, first what we'll do, we will mark this minus 6. So minus 6 is here, so I'll mark this as minus 6, okay. Now this minus 6 we have to mark it on the number line, and then now this is plus 4. When we don't write any sign in before the number, before any number, that means that number is plus. So when we write plus, this is when we know that this is a plus sign. So whenever we see plus, we have to go towards the right hand side, so we move towards the right hand side. So how many steps you will move towards the right hand side? We will move 4 steps on the right side. 1, this is 1 first step, second step, third step, and this is fourth step. Okay, so we have moved 4 times. We have moved 4 steps to the right, and now where we have reached? We have reached minus 2. So my answer is minus 2. If we have to add negative integer to any integer, we have to move towards left. Let us see. Okay, now here we are having a excuse me, if we have to add a negative integer to any integer, then we have to move to the left on the number line. Now how you will start? First we will mark 2. Now this is 2 here, so I will mark 2 here. I have to move, since this is negative 5, I have to move to the left. Okay, I have to move to the left of my number. So how I will be moving? How many steps? Here it is minus 5, so I'll moving 5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So the answer I got here is minus 3. Okay, so this way you will be marking the numbers and do the addition and subtraction on the number line. Now here let us see, if both the numbers are negative, so how you will start here? Now here it is minus 3, so we will start from minus 3. Now we have to go 7 minus 7, so we have to go to left hand side. Okay, we have to go to left hand side. So I'll start from here. I'll take 7 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So my answer here, what I'm getting is minus 10. When we have to add the integers of like sign, okay, means if you see 3 and 6, they are of the same sign, then what we have to do, when we have to add the integer of the same sign, there are few steps you have to follow. First, you have to add them like a normal addition. 3 plus 6 is 9, so I'll be writing 9 here. Ignore the signs and put the sign of the larger number. Now here, if you see 6 is greater than this 3, what is the sign which is for the 6? It is positive sign. So I'll put positive or plus 9. So my answer will be plus 9. So plus 9 we can write it as 9. Now here the next example is, suppose it's minus 7 and minus 4. Now here we have to here if you see, the signs of both of them are same. They both are negative. Again what we'll do, we will add them like the normal addition, that is 7 plus 4 is 11. You will put the sign of the greater number, that is minus. So my answer is minus 11. So this way you will be solving when the signs are same. If the signs on the two numbers are either positive or either negative, the answer you will do addition and the sign you will put of the sign which you will use for your answer will be the sign of the greater number or the larger number. Next, addition of integers with different signs. Okay, now here if you see in the previous case we had seen when we do the addition and the signs are same, that time what we do the normal addition and we use the sign of the largest number. Now here when we do addition of the integers with different signs, like here if you see -2 and 7 means it is +7, so they both of them have a different signs. That time what are we going to do? We are going to subtract, and which sign we are going to put? The sign of the larger number. The same way, but when the signs are different we do subtraction, and when the signs are same we do addition. So here if you see 7 -2 plus 7, so we do subtraction because the signs are different here. So I'll do 7 minus 2, that is 5. Now which sign I will use? The sign of the greater number. Here 7 if you see it is positive, so I'll be writing +5, or I can simply write it as 5. Now here 2 and -7, now it's the same problem but different signs I have taken. So if you see here +2 and -7, again what I'll do? I'll do the subtraction. But which sign I'm going to use? I'm going to use the sign of the larger number, that is -5. So my answer will be -5. So this way we are going to do addition when the signs are same, when the signs are different, how you are going to add and subtract.